if you have physical ailment, you can identify it because you can see the body. What I usually tell people jokingly is touch your mind. Where is it? Some people will touch here. Some people will touch here. Is an abstract concept. So, but is the behavioral manifestation that lets us know something is off here and there. So, usually start with the emotions. So, your mood, persistent sadness longer than 2 weeks, grief that is unending, anger that is not controllable. If you have someone who breaks a bottle and wants to stab someone, that person needs anger management beyond whatever may have happened. Something is off there. And that would not be the first time such an individual is finding it difficult to steward or manage their anger. Then those who have relational issues, people who struggle to set boundaries, people who have identity distortion, then people who would struggle with substance abuse, behavioral abuse, addictions, and the likes, people who have persistent negative thought patterns or persistent negative thought patterns is the word. Something happens, you have an interaction with someone, and on a default, you're thinking of the worst case scenario, and you find that that's how you are on a normal day. Now, everybody can look well put together, you're well dressed, but because the mind is an abstract concept, you can't touch it. So there are many people who are well dressed who may be holding down a job, quote and unquote, but psychologically, their psychological landscape is in a state of turmoil. So if you find such observations, persistent sadness lasting longer than 2 weeks, persistent negative emotions, difficulty in sleeping, anger outbursts, rage, substance or behavioral abuse, difficulty setting boundaries such that anybody can push you and you really don't have a say. Identity distortion, you ask yourself, people ask themselves, who are they? They really cannot say it. The identity distortion is the extreme we now have in the Western world, where you have a 14-year-old boy who now says, no, I'm no longer a boy, I am a girl. It's identity distortion. But it's a slow fade. It did not start like that all of a sudden. It's usually gradual. So someone who observes any of this in themselves will say you are struggling psychologically. We may not be able to put a diagnosis yet until we sit with you. Now, relational problem is also another thing, because when you now come within the context of mutual relationship, marriage, for example, if you're both at loggerheads, why we would not say that individually you have a mental health issue, but the discord is a precipitating factor for disharmony in the house, and then there are children who are also watching that, who would experience the ripple effect of that discord. When they say when two elephants fight, is the grass that will. So any of this is enough reason for someone to say, I want to seek out a counselor, I want to seek out a therapist, I want to seek out a coach, as the case may be. And even if the person is wondering, where do I begin from? Start with a general medical practitioner. Many of them will be able to direct you to the next bus stop or the next person to be able to take the baton from there.